Hey everybody, Josh here, developer evangelist with Salesforce.com. I am back at the Model Metrics office after having been gone for many, many years at this point. Used to work with Tom here back when Model Metrics was not a Salesforce company. Tom, we hired you as an iOS expert, and I think one of the first things we did was force you to rewrite how many of my projects?
All of them.
All of them, yes, and a good work you did on that,
Yes, thank you.
sir. Expense to go, a lot of the to-go framework type stuff, I think, fell on your plate. And so you've got a lot of experience using iOS and iOS for iPhone and iPad. We've just rolled out the SmartStore with the mobile SDK. You want to tell everybody what SmartStore actually is and what it does for developers?
Yeah, so SmartStore is based on SQLite. It's a key value store built into the mobile SDK. Gives you a secure way to store data that you pull down using JSON objects from the REST API from Salesforce or database.com, and gives you a good way to store it in either a hybrid or a native app for iOS or Android.
And previously, people were either having to come up with their own encryption kind of thing, and HTML5 was right out, right?
Yeah, so HTML5, you've got WebSQL, which is a fine database, but it's been deprecated by the W3C, so you've got problems using that because it'll eventually disappear.
Right.
You've got IndexedDB, which is a great new standard by the W3C, but not supported by iOS or Android yet. So you're kind of not able to use that.
Right.
And a handful of other kind of file-based ways of storing things for a web-based app. So yeah, SmartStore gives you a good way to PhoneGap plugins to be able to write to a native database.
Cool. And in the next couple of weeks, we've tapped you to do a webinar. Actually, we're going to do it with Shawna Wolverton, who does some of the schema builder and some of the products we've got for actually modeling out data. And the idea is we're going to do data from the cloud all the way down to the device. And what kind of use case are we going to use to show off using SmartStore on a mobile device?
So Shawna's going to build out a simple data model in database.com and show how to do that, and then load a little bit of data into the app from the developer console. And then we're going to use the iOS mobile SDK to pull down some information from that and store it offline in SmartStore.
Excellent. Sounds great.
Yeah.
And I will have some registration material available around wherever you're watching this funny talking box type thing. And I think Tom and I are going to go escape and have a little bit of lunch.
Awesome.
See you, everybody.